Yo, welcome back to the Blessed Beyond Measure podcast show. I am your host, CL the Source, and look who I got with me again today, y'all.
Yes,
One of my
sir.
one of my brothers, my dear friends, man, Mr. D.N. Parker. I don't even need to
You
introduce him
back.
no more. Y'all know who this man is. Come on now.
Back.
Stop playing. What up, D? What's good
How
with
you
you?
doing, man? How you doing, brother? Blessed to be back on the show, man.
Yes, sir, man.
Blessed,
I'm doing
blessed.
excellent. Thank you for asking. I'm so happy to see that you're doing well and hear that you're doing well too, man. I know
Oh,
you
yeah,
got a lot
man.
of a lot of shit moving and grooving for you, bro, man.
Yeah, things
So,
been going.
I just want to get right into it, bro. I'm excited about what you got cooking up because we have a lot of private conversations, and I know a lot about what's going on in your world. And I'm
Mhm.
just excited that you're ready to share everything, man. You just been a man at work, man. I know a lot of people been thinking like, yo, we haven't seen like a project from D in a minute, right? It's been a hot one, but trust me, if y'all ready for something, man, D got it for you, man. D, talk to us about what's going on June 12th, bro.
Hell yeah, man. So, like you said, man, it's been a minute, but sometimes you got to just sit back, you know what I mean? Reflect, kind of like go over like what you want to do, who you want to be, with as far as in that industry, you know what I mean? And I think that I really just grasped a hold of like what I'm looking for in myself. You know what I mean? Not what anybody else is looking for me because I'm not trying to sound like anybody else. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So I feel like in general, the type of style that I have is going to take time for people to adapt to. And I'm okay with that because I'm okay with how much I can put out. Like I come up with songs all the time. So I'm okay with that. But the thing is that I am different. You know what I mean? I'm different. I don't sound the same. I don't look the same. I don't present myself the same. You know what I mean? So it might take somebody some time, but June 12th though, Reborn album Reborn is here. We got 14 songs on the track. Um, like I think I wrote it all within a month and a half. The whole month and a half I wasn't putting out music as when I was writing the album. I recorded it all in like would say like a week. Yeah, so about a week, just went to recording it. Shout out Shreddy, Mr. Shreddy Bear. He mixed it, and then Justin from Trackworks mastered the whole album. Man, they got it sounding real good, man. So I'm excited. I'm excited. June 12th.
Man, sounding real good is an understatement, my G. He sent over, I've been privileged enough to get the advanced version,
You my guy. I gotta
you know what I'm
give you the
saying?
exclusive.
Yeah, I had to get the exclusive,
you
bro.
know,
And I got a chance to listen to the whole thing, bro. And dude, I'm telling you, man, the quality of music that you've been putting out lately, man, has been much improved and much
yeah,
just stepped up. And it's just like the quality is just like dope, bro.
yeah.
Honestly.
And I think that that was one of the things too was like what I mean, like people forget like shit, man. I just started doing music in November, October. I want to say October, November
Mhm.
is when I really like put my pedal to the metal and was like, okay, I want to do it. You know what I mean? So like as you're putting out music, right, you're growing. You know what I mean? You're looking back at that. Like I swear I was in a car earlier today and we're listening to one of the older songs. I'm like, damn, that's so crazy. Like, I don't even like sound like that no more. It's just weird. And I'm like, in that small period of time, you know what I mean? And I always urge people to do this, right? Whoever your favorite artist is, go back to when they first started. You know what I mean? Urge people to go back to when somebody first started. Listen to them.
Mhm.
Look at how they sounded then, their cadence, their wave of their music, and think about how they sound now. Most of your favorite artists, they have a huge growth period, right? So our stuff was like, it's weird because even after I do a song, I'm like, damn, the stuff that I just recorded is better than that. Like every single time, I'm like, fuck, it's just, you know what I mean? So it's dope that like I can see it myself, and then I just hope everybody else get a chance to see it too and witness it and just appreciate it too. You know what I mean? Because it's all about getting better. You know what I mean? And everything that you do, it's about getting better. And I think I really put a lot of good time into writing. I think I did a good. You'll hear it in the bars. You'll hear it in the melodies. You'll just catch it, right? And I also just on the album, man, I talk about some deep shit too as well. Some stuff that like that was inside that like I didn't really want to share, and just also some stuff that I just found out. You know what I mean? I just reconnected with my family a lot more, and that's been like, man, like it's been so beautiful, bro. Like I don't think anybody understands like what you know that means to me. I mean,
Oh,
I didn't
dude.
feel like I've been alone for 30 years of my life. Just
Yeah.
being honest, like I always felt alone, like I'm out here by myself, like I only can depend on myself and trust myself. And, just because like how I grew up, being adopted and sisters and brothers not being around and, moving out when I was 16 and just kind of always having my own back and always having that like, chip on my shoulder, like, oh man, like I'm out here, it's just me. So I think, reconnecting with my sisters, man, and my brother, he's still incarcerated, but he calls me like every week. It's so crazy. We talk and he's like telling me these stories. Now, I've only met this man one time, right? And he's telling me all these stories and he's like, yo, I just want to let you know, like, your dad wanted to be in your life. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, he wanted to be there. You should reconnect with him. He'd be so proud of you right now. I'm just like, my whole time I'm thinking this dude was just a deadbeat. You feel what I'm saying? Because I wasn't even going back and checking the roots and checking the root of what even happened. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm on my own. I don't have time to look back. I'm a person that always looks forward. So it's kind of refreshing that like you take a step back and you're reminded that look, everyone loved you. You know what I mean? We all loved you. They had to leave to better themselves. You know what I'm saying? So you'll actually hear some of that in the album. I think the very first song on there is called Section 8. And it just talks about the role that my brothers played in my life and my sisters played in my life. And some of the stuff is what I remember. Some of the stuff is, what I was reminded of. You know what I mean? So
Man,
I'm excited.
hey, I'm excited for you, bro. Honestly, because honestly, the growth that you just experienced in your most recent type of life right now, your current life as it stands, man, it's been beautiful to watch, bro. I remember when you turned 30, bro, it was just like, it's like almost like turning a new leaf, man. And, I see it on your Instagram, man. You're connecting with your family and just creating new memories and experiences, and you're bringing the girls around. Like, it's
Yeah.
a beautiful thing to
It's
watch,
crazy
bro.
too, because I feel like, man, like my sisters, we talk a lot more, right? So we'll FaceTime, right? And we'll just be shooting shit, just talking, you know what I mean? Just on some normal shit. And I swear, after I get off the phone with them, I immediately go write. I immediately go write music. Like, I'm like, wait. And I'm just like, oh shit, that they were the connection to just me finding me that I always needed.
Wow.
You feel what I'm
Wow.
saying? And I think that it's been so like crazy, overwhelming, and great that like I'm like, wow, it's inspiring me to just do more and do better. And it's like the weirdest thing because it's something like for most families and something like that, right? It's so simple. It's such a simple thing. But for me, it was like, I remember, man, I'm 30 and it's like I'm getting this enjoyment as if I was like a kid. You know what I'm saying? Talking to my sister, like, you know what I mean? I just reconnected with my birth mother too as well for Mother's Day. We spoke, and we've been through a lot, all of us, all 7 of us been through a lot, you know what I mean, with my mom. And it was important for me to forgive her for everything. You feel what I'm saying? And again, that's why this album is called Reborn, right? It's because this is a new life that I'm about to live. You feel me? It's a new path. It's just a new me. You know what I mean? It's just new energy. You feel what I'm saying? So this is how I'm gonna start it off, man, with the Reborn album. But it's just something that's gonna hit you over the head, and then we're just gonna keep going. Shit don't stop.
Man, that's just beautiful, bro. Honestly, everything you just said right now was so moving. And I'm just so happy for you, your family, because it's so important. A lot of people don't have that chance to reconnect with their family or
Yeah.
even have family in their lives, bro. And
Also, man, how your heart opened up to that, though. You know what I mean?
I know
Because
that's true.
and shit's been, shit was bad, bro. It was real bad. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you can look at that and say, man, I'm good. Like when I looked my mom in her eyes and I hugged her and I kissed her and I told her, I said, look, from now on, we're good. I just want you to know that we're good. We both just broke down, start crying, bro. It's like a whole bunch of like, you know what I mean? Just past emotions just coming out. You know what I mean? Shit that I didn't even know was in there. I just thought I didn't give a shit. And then you realize, oh no, you do care. You know what I mean? You just suppress them feelings, you know what I'm saying? And I think that you'll be able to really see like where I'm coming from, especially in a couple of the songs like that I put a little bit of realness in, some of the songs, and it's just like storytelling shit, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm curious, bro. How did you find that strength, or how did you cultivate that strength to do that, to do what you did to bridge that gap that disconnect with your mom and you know certain people in your life, bro, because that's a scary thing to do, man.
Yeah.
What was the motivating factor behind all that, bro?
Yeah, this thing for me, man, it was first connecting with my sisters, and I know you saw the Tahoe trip that we took. I
Yeah, I
mean,
met a lot of your family too.
yeah, I brought them all out to we all went out to Tahoe, and we just spent days. We didn't even go outside of the house, bro. The only time we went outside of the house was to go to Safeway to get some food and stuff like that for the house.
Mm-hmm.
It's about what? Probably like 20, 25 of us, bro, in the house.
Wow.
Nephews, nieces, cousins, we was all in the house stacked. It was a moment where we all went outside, me and three of my sisters, we all went outside. And you got to remember when all of this was going on, I was very young. I'm the youngest. You feel what I'm saying? I was very young. I was only like 1, 2. So I'm not remembering any of this. So they said, look, we went outside. We said, look, anything that somebody got to say, put the shit on the table right now. Let's put it on the table. Let's talk about it and let's get past the shit because we can't do this no more. You know what I'm saying? And I think after we spoke and I learned so much, I'm like, damn, it was like that. Because I'm not knowing. I'm just already resent. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not knowing. But I think the beauty of it is like, really speaking with them. You know what I mean? Speaking with them, having them tell me, because they was older, they was already teenagers. You know what I mean? They would remember all of this shit. So they broke it down for me. This is what happened. This is why you got taken away by the system. This is why this happened. And I think that if I never got that, I don't think I would have been open to speaking to them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of that, it's like, that's why I'm like good. You know what I'm saying? It's like I thought before that like I reached this healing point and I was good. Not until now, bro. I will tell you that right now. Like I didn't even know that there was another level to it. And I'm pretty sure that there's still more levels to it. But like right now, it's like mental space about everything is so clear right now because I feel like I got that monkey off my back. I have more understanding. You know what I'm saying? And I have more willingness to keep learning more about my family history, stuff like that. It's like, man, like I come from like great, strong people, man. You know what I'm saying? And to finally realize that that's the best part, man. That's my eye-opening thing, man. And it allows me to just kind of always just live, you know what I mean? And not like, I ain't got nothing to worry about like that no more, you know what I mean? I'm just like, dude, like I know that I'm good, you know what I mean? And I'm just happy that my family's good. You feel me? So it's like, I can't wait too, man. I got them coming in, you come in on Saturday too as well to the video shoot, man. And that first song, they previewed it and got to listen to it too. And my sister called me immediately after. She's like, man, why you got me crying? I'm like, wow, what happened? She was like, that song, man, you just fucked me up because it just brought me back. And I was like, I know. I said, this was one of them times I had to get it out. Like, I got to get it out, talk about it, right? And then it always be there. You know what I mean? Well, that song will be here forever. So our whole family will always be able to go back and look at that song and be like, listen to what D just said. You know what I'm saying?
That's so ill because man, they shine some light on some things that you just thought like the doors were closed in your life, bro. They gave you the backstory, the history.
Connect again. I always loved them and they always loved me, but I never thought we were going to connect again. Like a family. No, I never thought that.
It's amazing.
We're still trying to get, other members of the family in the same line, but I always tell my sisters, man, it takes time. You know what I mean? Just like it took 30 years, man, before I even wanted to do some shit like that. You know what I mean? And now we here, it's all about, growth, moving forward, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And positive and just keeping that open mind, you know what I mean? Because not everybody's situation is perfect.
Yes, sir.
Before we even start talking about this, right? Somebody could have saw me and just saw like, oh, he good, he got it going on, he got this, he got a business here, he got that. You know what I mean? He don't look like he got no worries, but not even knowing like, where I come from and what I've been through and why I'm so free. Why you see me just doing whatever I want to do.
Right.
Why you see me being so positive, right? All the negative shit is back there behind me. I don't look backwards no more. You feel what I'm saying? So again, I'm reborn. So let's go and get it.
Hey, motherfucking props to you, my guy. Straight up, bro. And you say you good, but guess what? It's just about to keep getting better, bro. Especially with the mindset that you got, bro. And honestly, it's inspiring to watch, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just so glad to know you and see the progress, bro. I'm telling you, man, like I've only known you for like less than 2 years or so, right? But you know, we know a lot about each other, and just like the fact that you're even willing to open up like that, bro, is that takes strength, that takes
Yeah.
courage, that takes fucking, yeah, that takes everything it needs to,
The way you
you
can move,
need to make it in life, bro. And
yeah, and
you
the way you
killing
can
it.
move on from some shit too is if you address it. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
A lot of people don't like to address that elephant in the room. You know what I mean? They just like to just keep it in.
mhm,
But you'll never get past it. You feel what I'm saying?
mhm.
I had to really go through all of that and then learn more and then be like, whew, okay. And I'm still here and I'm still doing what? I'm still doing all this. Two beautiful babies,
Yup.
you know, taken care of. Like, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be here, bro. I'm not supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I am here, right? And the fact that I am thriving, that's a higher power, bro.
Hell yeah.
Power that's involved in this. You know what I mean?
And it's inspiring as shit, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You know, you doing what you're doing is only gonna set your daughters up so much more for their lives,
Mhm.
because they're gonna
Exactly.
see their daddy doing what they do, and their moms doing what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you making these sacrifices, working hard, and showing them how they can live life with, you know, a peaceful mindset,
Hmm.
as well as like manifest everything they desire, bro. You
Oh
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And you doing that, bro, you know,
Yeah.
and watching you do that has been such a fun fucking process, bro. And you know, you keeping the team involved and everything, bro. It's
Oh
a
yeah.
beautiful thing, man. You
Sure.
know what I'm saying? And dude, this project, bro, that's why I'm so excited for people to hear it, man. You know what I'm saying? And you referred to it earlier of like going back to like specific artists that people are fans of, and
Yeah.
looking at their like progression, right? Their
Yeah.
evolution from
Think about
beginning
the ones
to
who
where they're at
don't
now.
grow. Think about the ones who don't grow. So artists that probably had a song that you liked, right? And they never got better or grew. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you look at it like, oh shit, like that's why that person fell off. So a lot of times people don't feel like they have room to grow. I'm okay with however long my process takes. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I'm not rushing,
Mhm.
but I just know that I want to just put out the best shit that you gonna fuck with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you like 6 songs in the album, that's a win for me. If you like 2 songs in the album, that's a win for me. You know what I mean? Because I want you to like and understand the appreciation and the effort that I put into all those songs too as well. You know what I mean? No one's writing for me. No one's doing any of that. No one's coming up with the melodies for me. No one's doing any of that. I'm doing all this myself.
What are some of the things that you've done to kind of refine your process of creating music, bro? I know you say you were writing more, but like,
Well, I used
what
to punch
helps you?
record.
That's right.
I used to just punch record.
Explain to what everybody that is what that
So
is,
punch
bro.
record is, let's say the beat's going right, and I just start right, and then I kind of stumble. I'll just stop the beat. Then I'll be like, okay, cool, let it play. I'll just think of something else, say it, stop it. The cool part about that is that you're creative, right? And there's a lot of artists who do that, right? But the other aspect of it is that you may have, it's like it's kind of almost like rushing a song versus like taking your time on it, right? So like it still takes me probably like a few hours to finish a song, like come up with a melody and write for it. But now I'll come up with the melody, I just, you know, hum it over and over and over again. Then I'll come up with that and I'm like, okay, cool. I'll write that down and I'll just listen to the beat. And I'm like, mm-mm. So it's like punch recording, but I'm not recording it. I'm writing it. I'm writing now. Okay, I write and I'm like, oh shit, I got something for that. Oh, I got something under that, under that, under that. You know what I mean? So it's more, you'll hear the bars because they really are coming from like a thought of something that I'm really putting time in to think of versus like first thing that come out your mouth. Because sometimes first thing that come out your mouth ain't always the best thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you could just say some shit. You'd be like, I started being like, I think I could put something better than that.
There
You
you
know,
go.
but like before it was just all punch recording, really.
And you know,
And if you ask my engineer, he'll tell you, I never read off my phone. Never. And I'm gonna tell you why I was able to do that because I never wrote it down. He'll see me now, he'll be like, you about to read off the phone? I'm like, yeah, I'm about to read off my phone. Because I'm like, I put time into this shit now. I gotta read this.
yeah,
Because before it was like it was all stuck up here because I was
yeah,
going so fast and trying to, and I'm like, I can memorize anything I've ever done is that memorization is like quick, you know what I mean?
crazy.
So I'm now, bro, I'm with the phone, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like So
So I'm
it's
curious.
just
I'm
basically
curious.
taking my time more,
Yeah.
um, telling more of my story,
Yep.
um, and also too like beat selection
Oh,
was a
for
big
sure.
change for me. I think you might have heard that too in the album, like beat selection. I think when you're putting a project together, it's a little different. So I think that it allowed me to be like, it allowed me to think of everything like, yeah, well, I need some storytelling, I need some turn up ones,
Yo.
right? I need some vibey ones, I need some catchy ones. So it allowed me to kind of put a whole thing together where it's like,
And that's all on there too, y'all. Like
yeah. So
shit,
that's,
that's
I
all
think
on there.
that's what really helped me. It was like, okay, I need to find like a vibey beat, right? Because I'm like, I need at least a couple vibes that in there where it's just on some vibe shit. And I'm like, okay, now let me tell them about me. You know, now let me talk about some love shit. Now let me tell them where I come from. I talk about like a lot of real shit in there. You'll hear some bars in there that you'll be like, oh shit, he's talk about generational wealth.
Now let me ask you, bro. How do you know when a song is done? Because you know, through like when you're refining, when you're constantly refining, as I tend to do sometimes when I'm doing things like I'm like, oh, this ain't ready, this ain't ready. But then
Yeah.
there's a certain point where I'm just like, bro, you just gotta let it go. Like where how
Yeah.
do you find that place for
So that's the
yourself?
process too, is just try to like not overthink the shit. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Find a beat that you're gonna be like, oh, I'm feeling this beat, you know, and then say some shit that people gonna like, or people can be like, oh damn, he went through that, or oh shit, that's how he is. All right. So I'll say some shit in there and I'll be like, okay, cool. Do I want to make this song shorter or longer? Depending on like how the song is, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have 2 verses on here and 3 hooks. Or I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna have 2 hooks and 1 verse. In a verse, I'm gonna just stretch the verse out a little bit longer. But then in that verse, I'm gonna make sure I talk about some shit that people can either be like, oh, that was catchy, that was dope, or oh shit, that was hella real. Oh, he's talking about his life right now. You know what I mean? Like, so I know when it's done, just literally based off of just how I'm feeling about the song. And sometimes I'll write 1 verse and I'll be like, I got some more shit for this. That's what happened yesterday. I wrote a song yesterday. Um, it was talking about like, you know, getting it from the mud and just like you know, when you sometimes when you need somebody, they're not there for you, or sometimes they don't have your back like you would think they do. And I only wrote 1 verse for it. Got off the phone with my sister and wrote a whole second verse for it because I was like, oh shit. Again, that was my inspiration. So I wrote a whole second verse for it and I was like, now it's complete. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying? It's like sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you just like, just go with it though. You know what I mean? Even if it's a short song, if it's fucking good, it don't matter how short it is. You know what I'm saying? If it's not that good, it don't matter how long it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like just going with the feeling of just, you know, whatever wave that you end up ending with, you like, I think it's good. Or
I feel it. I feel it. Because eventually you got to get on to the next track, the next
exactly,
project, right? You know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
exactly. Hmm.
Just like life, you can't stay stuck in one place for too long. You got to
Yeah.
eventually be like, okay, I think I put enough time and effort into this
Yeah.
one. It sounds great to me. Let's put it out. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, you might just get stuck and be like, man, I can't put no songs out. You just gonna, you know what I'm saying? You gonna get in front of your own way. You can't get
And I
out
think
your
that's
own
what
way.
happened too. Like I feel like during like I want to say March, because Quarantine Love came out with April.
Mm-hmm.
And that song's, you know, on YouTube, it was doing really well. It's like over 80,000, right? And after that, I think I just got into my head a lot during March, right? During March, I got into my head a lot. But then also the reason why you guys are hearing music is because I've been auditioning for a lot of acting and modeling gigs. You know what I'm saying? So like it's super hard to, you know, balance so many things. So I'm like, I allocate certain things because I applied to hella and I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
expecting, you know, again, new artists and new, you know what I'm saying? I'm new into the acting world, you know what I mean? Trying to get casted. So I'm like applying and I wasn't expecting so many audition requests to come in. I was like, oh shit, now I got to prep for this and having to memorize lines and do different audition tapes. And I was like, damn, I can't write right now because I got all of this to do. You know what I mean? So I think April is when I found a good balance. And I was like, okay, cool. Mid-April, I was like, okay, cool. Let's just focus on a project. I'm like, don't apply to any more gigs as far as the acting right now. I'm like, just focus on the project, finish the project. And I wrote it in about a month. And I recorded like for the next like week and a half.
So not even to mention that you still running your own gym. You
Yeah.
got two beautiful daughters that you looking after and raising.
It's not to say that the audition is over, because actually next week I got 2 auditions for this movie that's going to be filmed in
Yeah.
called Hard Reset in the cities, and be filmed in like San Francisco, San Jose area. So
Hey, don't give them too much, bro. Don't give them too
yeah,
much,
you
bro.
know, I mean,
You gotta let them. You gotta let them. Keep up with the progress, bro.
they gotta know you constantly working.
Oh,
You know
trust.
what
Hey,
I mean?
if y'all ain't know, bro, my man D been working, man. He's doing what he's doing. They got a saying that what you work hard on in the dark shines in the light, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You doing that. You're doing a lot of the background work.
Yeah.
Refining your skills, whatever process you've
What
created
helps
for
me too,
yourself.
though. That's what helps me too, man. Is just kind of keep my head down, you know what I mean, and stay focused. Again, my process, everyone's journey is
Yep.
theirs, you know what I'm saying? And I think just making sure you stay out of your head, because you get in your head, it's gonna fuck you up. Because I've had some weeks where I'm getting in my head, I'm like, oh man, like this ain't happen, or that ain't happen. It's like, listen, man, you really just gotta be like, look, it's your time is your time. You know what I'm saying? And keep putting out quality, people gonna keep respecting it. People gonna keep still loving it. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't get they just do until later. And I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Because I do it because I love it. I love doing what I do. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of people struggle with how others perceive what they're doing, or how others look at you. And for me, I don't care how someone looks at me, like, oh, he's doing this now, or he's doing that now. Like, that person themselves may really feel like, damn, I wish I would have did what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that's like, they still had a job because they got to make money, but it's not really their passion. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, me personally, oh my God, bro, I am not doing anything anymore unless I am passionate about it. I'm not doing anything anymore unless I'm passionate about it, because my energy is just so different now, because you literally are living and breathing for you. You know what I'm saying? It's a completely different energy.
That's so
You know
dope,
what I mean?
man. So how's the acting been, bro?
It's been really good, man. I got a coach. Her name's Catherine Leland. She's dope. She's I think she's from Texas. I don't want to get that wrong, but
How'd y'all meet?
she lives in New York. I went through this agency to find
Okay.
her. We just had like a couple sessions, and it's weird, man, because I was just telling somebody about this. We talking about blonde hair, blue eye, white girl, right? I get the profile pic and I'm like, oh, this is who's supposed to teach me how to act. You know what I mean? Like,
Thoroughbred white girl.
yeah. And dude, I'm telling you, like, the first day, amazing energy. We're talking about push me from the start, you know what I mean? Just challenges me, and is real. You feel what I'm saying? She also is now, I just brought her on now as my vocal coach. So now she's even helping me fine tune the vocals, you know what I'm saying? So she's helping me out with a lot. And that's why I thanked her on my Instagram the other day, because I was just like, dude, like, she's really helping me a lot. Because you can want to do something, right? Like, if I wanted to become, an engineer, you can learn something, right? Just like I can learn how to make a song, right? But it's dope to have someone that can help you fine tune the little things that's going to make you better in the long run.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because I can want to do something all I want, but you still need to make sure that you're not, too into yourself to feel like you can't learn more. You feel what I'm saying? And that's another process about getting better. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I have a good voice now. Imagine working with her longer. It's only gonna be a better voice. You know what I mean? Songs are only gonna be better. Everything's gonna be better. Acting, your confidence in acting is only gonna be better. You know what I mean? Your presence is only gonna be better. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I needed to work with her too as well. She's a big factor, even in music. You know what I'm saying? Because even when we were doing acting, I still felt like when I'm talking, it's way more of a presence. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you hear in the songs too, you hear more of a presence behind the songs and what I'm saying, is because of that confidence level is just continuing to build, 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 build. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to thank her too as well, because she's dope. She's hella dope.
I saw when you did that actually on your Instagram stories, and you were thanking her, giving her roses right now, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's very important that you did that, bro. And I hope that more of us follow suit and do that and say thank you to those that have like helped us, that have, sacrificed for us, while they're living, while they can appreciate those flowers. Because a lot of
Always
the times,
like, yeah, which I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. A lot of
no, you
times,
good.
I always, what's crazy is like I follow obviously everybody follows the shade room, right? I follow the shade room. And it's crazy how like every time somebody passes, we go listen to their music, or we go watch their movie, or we go listen to their podcast, right? Or we go shop at their boutique that they had, or the clothing that they had, right? But it's like, what happened to, thank you now? What happened to, you were great, you're great right now, versus you were great, or you was gonna be this? If you're not telling me that now, I had just had this conversation with my sister. I don't know, and we know no one knows when their last day is, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe in reincarnation, so I believe your soul's reborn, but your body's not, right? So you don't know when this is the last time for your body to be on this planet, right? To be on this earth, to be on this ground, right? If I don't feel that appreciation and love, because that's all I do is show appreciation. People that I don't even know, never met in my life, I'll be messaging them on Instagram like, yo, hey, look, I see what you're doing, man. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. Good shit. Or people that I don't really know like that, I'm like, yo, I want to show support. I'll just repost their stuff. Or I am appreciating who you are in your work, in your effort, right now.
Right
So
now.
when I go, right, whenever that is, don't cry. Don't do none of that. Don't mourn on none of that. Celebrate me right now, right? You can start by June 12th listening to my album Reborn, right? Love me now, because I love you now. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's all
bro.
about, you know what I'm saying, staying positive, but also too, like, appreciating people right now. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate you, CL. You know why? From day one, you always been real as fuck. You always been genuine as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And this is why people don't see me with a lot of people all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with a lot of people. You might start seeing me with a lot more family, but you don't see me with a lot of friends, right? Because I want to make sure that the energy that I'm trying to give off is the same energy that that person giving off. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of times when you got multiple energies around you and everybody not on the same page, it don't work. You feel what I'm saying? So again, I want to thank you, CL, because you say, yo, D, I want to talk about what you're doing. You know what I mean? I want you to come on this podcast. I want to talk about what you're doing. You know why? Because I see what you're doing. I see the work you're putting in. And I tell you the same thing all the time. So give people their flowers while they're here, or don't do it. For me personally, don't do it when I'm not here. You feel what I'm saying?
Man, hey, I sincerely appreciate that, bro. That's big love, real talk, man. It's reciprocated, bro. And ever since I first met you, the energy's always been, real good, bro. And it just like grew more and more as our relationship developed and friendship developed. Me, you, and AB, man, we got a strong team for sure. And man, it's just dope, man. I appreciate you saying them words, man. And trust me,
Or
man, it's reciprocated, man. And you know what, man? It's so simple how the universe works, bro. You throw good energy out there and it comes back, bro.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think I used to fail to see that, man. I used to kind of not really understand how it works. And I think, hearing you talk after hearing what you just said, you get it, bro. You
Yeah.
get just like putting that good energy back up, putting it out there, it's gonna come back there tenfold, bro. Off the
Exactly. And
strength, bro.
always doing thing off the strength, like you was just about to say. Always doing shit off the strength. You know what I mean? No one asked me, to show them love. Nobody asked me to repost their stuff. And if they do, I'll do it just, just based off of strength, you know what I mean? Because I don't got no ego. You know what I mean? Like, you can talk to me. Like, you can have a real just conversation with me. Like, that's just who I am.
That's
You know what
facts.
I mean?
Yeah.
And I never, even when I was hooping and I was hooping at the highest level, right? When I was hooping in college at the highest level, I never been somebody that you couldn't reach out to. And that's never changed. You know what I'm saying? I've always just been me. You know what I mean? But now it's just that now I'm doing a lot more stuff for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just different in that aspect. But overall, man, like, I really be having real deep conversations with people on Instagram that I've never met in my life. But we'll just be talking about everything, like life and, reincarnation and kids, their job. I'm like, people, I think one of my homegirls, I think I might have met her one time ever. She like stopped by the gym and I just said hi to her. We never trained her nothing. She has a beautiful family, her and her husband. I believe they live in like, I want to say Fairfield or like Sacramento. She got her realtor license, right? I reached out, I was like, yo, that's so dope. Congratulations, this and that. Like, and we just chop it up over just off the strength, just chopping it up, and I think that it's important, man. It's like you follow these people too, man. Like, I mean, I follow CO, people follow me. If you see something and you like it, let's have a conversation. You know what I mean? Again, listen to the album and then tell me what you think of it. If you loved it, if you hated it, if you liked it, what song was your favorite, what bar was your favorite, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know those things, you know what I mean? Because that's open conversation, you know what I mean? It's like if somebody does a painting, right? We don't just go, "Hmm." And then we're like, we either go, what is that? Or, damn, what is that? Or, damn, well, how'd you come up with that? You feel what I'm saying? Like, we look at it and observe it like, what were they trying to do with that? You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of conversation I want to have, you know what I mean? With the music is like, yo, with this Lil Freak song, what did you come up with this song? Like, who was this person you talked about right here? What made you come up with that? Or I can see this being played in a club. I can see this being this and that. You know what I mean? So that's kind of conversation I want to make sure that everybody is just know that I am open to that conversation,
Yeah.
man. You can talk to me about all of it. I'm here for it.
From the sounds of it, man, you have a lot of fun, like being open to that. If somebody
Yeah.
were to critique your music in a way, like you wouldn't take no offense to it because
I never do
and
because
that's dope. Let me tell you why that's dope, D.
yeah,
Because a lot of people get sensitive with this shit, which is understandable too. You know what I'm saying? Because you're vulnerable, you're letting yourself go, you're kind of sharing yourself in a vulnerable space where, like, you're open yourself, you're subjecting yourself to critique or people saying talking shit or praising you, either one or the other, right? Or somewhere in the middle, whatever the case may be.
yeah.
But it's a scary thing, bro. And the fact that you've like mentally gotten yourself to a space where it's just like that doesn't affect you more than anything. It's gonna like give you fuel to your fire. It's gonna give you feedback that you want to continue to use to even get better. That's dope, bro. Honestly.
That's the key too, is if someone's listening to it, I want to know what they thought. You know what I mean? Because like you also kind of want to know what works for them. You know what I mean? Because then you can make sure that you incorporate like what you love to do and what everyone likes what you do. You know what I mean? So it's weird because like somebody was like, oh man, I really like when like, like you sing on a track. And I was like, okay, but I like turned up like kind of beat sometimes, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, cool, dope. And I was like, you know what? I can do both on a track. I can sing and rap on a track. You know what I mean? And I think that is one of the things that people will notice on this new project is like, oh shit, he's singing and rapping on these shits now. It's not just one or the other, you know what I mean? And it's like, and it's dope because it's like, man, when I come up with these like ideas for the song, like after I hear the beat, it's like, I don't know where it's going to take me. You know what I'm saying? And in that span of a month and a half, I've probably written 40 songs. I'm only putting 14 on the album though.
It's crazy.
But
That's insane.
like it's just it's always coming. It's always, you know what I'm saying? It's always something cooking. And obviously Quarantine Love is doing great. And Quarantine Love was my last thing. And I still took time to be like, wait, let me stop and write and write and write and write and write and write and write. You know what I'm saying? And I think I chose a good 14 for this album.
Absolutely, man. I could very much say so, man. And I got a chance again to hear the exclusive, edition
So
of
what's your favorite? What's your favorite? Tell the people what's
bro.
your
I
favorite.
can't even because if I throw it out there, bro, like I want it to be a surprise, but
Well,
like
I want them to go to it.
I like Sand to the Beach. I love
Okay.
Section 8, bro.
Okay.
Come on, man. I love AB Phone. That shit go crazy.
Yeah, we changed it though. We changed the name of AB Phone to BBM.
Okay.
It's Blessed Beyond Measure.
It's
It's
hey,
BBM.
it's to me it's both, bro.
I had to make sure I gave both of y'all love. So it's
Yeah.
BBM.
AB Phone / BBM thing.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that whole album goes crazy though, bro. And what's Lil Freak, bro, was
Yeah,
definitely one that come on, bro.
I
That one
want to
I
say
already hear
that
jamming.
I want to say which one which one do I really like? I would say that
Yeah,
one
what's
of
your favorite track?
I would say that the intro song has to be one of my favorites, only because it just it just speaks to you. You know what I mean? About me. You feel what I'm saying? Section 8 just speaks to you about me. You know what I'm saying? It kind of gives you that, it almost gives you like that journey, like not like word for word, like exactly, but you get it of where it started and where it's going. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that, you know, we're shooting a video on Saturday in my old neighborhood. My mom lived in the same house I grew up in since I was like 2. And I think it's gonna give people a vivid image like of how it started and how it's going.
Yeah.
And I like Imperfect too.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Perfect.
Me
And
too.
crazy because Imperfect,
You got deep on that one, bro.
you'll listen to it and you'll think that I'm talking about a specific person, but I am talking about multiple people.
And that's what I thought when I heard it, bro. I was like,
I'm
yo.
not going to name drop who I'm talking about, but I am talking about multiple people in that song.
Got you.
It's interesting. And it's good to say that too, because a lot, you know, somebody might hear that song and be like, oh, he's talking about that person because he mentioned this baby, but oh wait, he talked about this. Like, no, I am talking about multiple people. Like, so you'll hear it and be like, oh shit. Like, it's just kind of like the love part of like my life. It's imperfect. You know what I'm saying? It's not the glitz and glam, like, you know what I mean? It's just the rawness of everything and me being understanding, and also kind of looking back like, oh shit, you know, like I did fuck some good situations up, you know what I'm saying? And I'm learning though, you know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of it too. It's like, so I think that I would say Imperfect, Section 8. And then we just got some vibes on that motherfucker. You
We
know what I
really
mean?
do got some vibes on that motherfucker.
We got
Real
some
shit. Reborn, bro. June 12th. Y'all be on the motherfucking lookout. And pre-save that motherfucker right now too, right, D?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That shit's about to go crazy. I'm so curious to see how you set up, you know, like the organization of each song from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to 14.
Yeah, I tried to make it so that everyone knows right now, Section 8 is the first one, right? And that one is the storytelling one. That one is telling you A to, let's just say not A to Z, let's say A to like F, right? It's telling you A to F, right? Because the journey is still going. But I tried to make it in a way where it's like I'm storytelling, and I'm like, okay, I turn you up. Okay, then I wave you out. Then I turn you up, wave you out. Then I storytell again. Then I turn you up, wave you out, turn you up, wave you out. You know what I mean? So it's just a constant dope vibe, like from start to finish. You know what I mean? I didn't even realize how important that was to try and structure it that way until like I was structuring. I'm like, no, that song can't go right here. It gotta go here. You know what I mean? So I think that part was dope. You know what I
It's
mean?
gotta flow, right? Yeah, that's ill, bro. That's so ill, man. And you know, oh man, Reborn, bro. It's you're revealing so much, man, and you're open about your life. You're open about your growth. You're, you know, everything that you've been through, and it's a beautiful thing, man. Honestly, and dude, it's exciting, dude. This is your first fucking project, your full-length project. This is
First
crazy.
project, man, and 14 songs. You know, I want everybody to go through all of them again, man. Tell me which ones you like, what bar you like, you know, which I am waving out certain songs differently. You know what I mean? So tell me which cadence you like, from why'd you like a song, like how I said certain things. Like I want to know, you know what I mean? Give me feedback, whether it's I hate it, which I don't think that'll happen. But you know, tell me what you like about it. You feel what I'm saying? Or what you don't like about it, or what you did like and then you didn't like. I just want to know, you know what I mean? Like, and I will literally have a great conversation with you, and we will talk and we will get to know each other better. And I will explain to you why I said certain things or why I did it this way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really a thought out whole process now versus being like let me just make a song. I'm looking at it like, let me create art. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like looking at it very differently now too. So
that's so ill, bro. Your evolution's been crazy, bro, and it's more to come. Now, talk to me, D, about. I see you shining. I see you got some new glow on the
Mm,
neck, bro. Talk
Um,
to me what you got going on, baby.
so man, I had to get some new stuff, man. Just I don't like to be, too flashy, man, but I'm gonna tell you what they represent, man. So
Yeah,
the C right here is obviously my youngest daughter, Cheyenne.
shy,
And
shy.
the K right here, that bubble K, is for Khaleesi, my oldest daughter.
Easy.
And I got a 7. So I started my brand. My brand is called 7, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. When I was in Tahoe, again with my sisters, right? They talked to me, and again, we just revealing shit. They just revealing right now, right? And we really was just talking, and I'm learning, and I'm just like, wow. And you ask them, right? They'll say you're the goat of the family, and I'm like, why y'all always say that? Why you say that? She was like, you don't understand, D. You're the 7th for a reason. I'm like, what's that? Like, what is that? What do you mean by that? It's like, what 7 mean? It means completeness, spiritually, it's completeness, perfection. Like they were saying that you completed this family. You know what I mean? Like you're the reason why I'm the glue to keeping everybody together. You feel what I'm saying? Like even now when we got things going on, it's like, do you want to call sis for us and make sure she's there? I got it. You want to get the call her, make sure nephew can come? Yeah, I got it. I'm making sure that our family is staying tight knit as possible, right? I'm the youngest of 7. You know what I mean? So I think that when I present the 7 brand to everybody, they'll really understand what it is. It's going to be what the company is going to be called. The merch is coming out soon to 7. And I'm looking at it in so many different like ways, you know what I mean? Just musically the brand, clothing line, but also too, man, I'm a very like spiritual person, you know what I mean? So 7, again, spiritually is like perfection, completeness, and I always believe that we're never perfect, but we're striving for that perfection. You know what I mean? We're striving for that completeness, in our life, whatever we're doing, you know what I'm saying? Because again, there's an end goal for our bodies, but they're not an end goal for our souls, in my opinion and what I believe in. So that's the 7 that I got. And again, you're gonna see the 7 brand being blown up in a minute too as well. Because this whole thing is a brand, bro. This whole thing is a brand. I love what I do, you know what I mean? I just want to continue to share my creativity with everybody. And I'm only gonna just keep, trying to get better and elevate. And everybody will see that.
Man, my dog just got spiritual on us real quick, bro. I love that, man. And
Yeah.
you touched a lot of really significant stuff, bro. That energy that you talking about that you're channeling right now. I can imagine like anybody that watches this podcast, listens to it, they're gonna feel that energy, bro. I
Oh
can
yeah,
feel your
man.
passion, bro. I can see your vision. You
Very
know what I'm
much,
saying?
man.
And the
And
energy you're putting behind it, it's only a matter of time before it's fully brought to life, man. And I think you're going about everything the right way, bro. It's fucking dope, dude. Honestly, it's inspiring.
thank you.
And people are watching, bro. People are watching your growth. And
They are, and I love
more
y'all.
people are gonna continue to keep watching too.
Yeah, and I love everybody, man, who support, man. I think that a lot of times people will watch from the outside and look in and kind of just like, okay, I saw him do this, and oh yeah, this one's better than that one, and I see it, and a lot of people, and some people are reaching out to me, man. I want to say that, like, I love that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk, let's have conversation. You know what I mean? Because again, the whole flower thing is one thing, but also too, man, it's like we think about quickly. I know before we cut out, think about like how COVID took away our us being around each other and talking and engaging each other, right? I think that it's super important because a lot of us, like a lot of people went through depression. A lot of people had a lot more anxiety, you know what I'm saying? Because we need each other to talk to be around. You know how good you feel when you go out and go like just go to a restaurant and sit down and you're like, damn, this is just dope. Like I just want to be glad I'm around people, you know what I mean? And just that's what I love. And I want to make sure that, I continue to be that person that you can always talk to, you can always reach out to, but also too, man, I'm never going to be too high, too low. I'm always going to be right there with you, you know what I mean? Mentally, spiritually, and we just going to all rock together. So again, everybody who watches CL's podcast, everyone who supports my music, I love you guys. Appreciate you guys, and we're going to continue June 12th, Reborn, right? I am reborn. right? And we're just gonna keep this shit going.
Oh, yeah, man. Ain't a doubt in my mind about that, man. And you know, I definitely got to reciprocate the love, bro. It's always love between me and you, my G. Appreciate you. And, you know, putting me on, bro. Every time I put out a new episode, this man's always reposting my shit
Please,
and
man.
just sharing, bro, and always showing love and just always giving me words of encouragement, bro. And, you know what I'm saying? Because you referred to it earlier. Sometimes when you get in your head, you know, you tend to find self-doubt, self-consciousness, whatever the case may be. But just having a strong support system, bro, has really helped out with me. And I'm gonna continue to keep going, as I know you will, bro. And as you go, I go, bro. That's what's crazy about it. And you know, the whole team goes, the whole fam goes. That's just really, it
And it's
goes hand in hand.
all about that work ethic. It's all about that
Exactly.
work ethic.
All about that.
It don't matter if it don't matter if my song got 300 streams. It don't matter if your podcast got 20 streams right now, right? It's about that work later, right? Guarantee they're gonna come back to those. They're gonna come back to that beginning stage and be like, then you're gonna see that one have hella. You're gonna be like, damn, that's crazy how like that one just had hella. Is because look, they see you continuing to work, they see you continuing to get better. You know what I mean? And that's the type of shit that people appreciate. You know, anybody can, you know, not anybody, but motherfuckers can be a one-hit wonder and do something like crazy and go viral or this and that, but you don't really have a work ethic. You just went viral. You know what I'm saying? And then people get lost in that sauce versus just enjoying the process, man. If I gain one fan from Reborn, I gain one more fan from Reborn.
That's
and
a
I'm gonna
win.
love that person the same way I love everybody else who support me. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't look at it like, oh, I gotta blow up and this and that. It's like, it's not about that, man. It's about that constant work I put in. And I just want to make sure that it gets to people, people listen to it, people can relate to some of the stuff that I'm saying, and people can vibe to a lot of the shit that I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's super important.
Yeah, I was just having this conversation with a friend of mine, man, just about repetition, getting better every day. Through repetition, every single day you get better
Yeah.
gradually. It's just, you know, improvement. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta live in the now. You gotta live in the now.
Progress over perfection, bro. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I
Yep.
think a lot of the times we think that, like, we look at somebody that's like, you know, built like a great career for themselves, and we think it's like, oh, that looks easy. But that person's been doing this shit for X amount of years. You don't know their
Yeah.
process. You don't know the dues that they had to pay to
Come
get to
on.
that point. Like when you see an NBA player out there, bro, like you see, like, oh man, Steph makes it look so easy. Oh, you know, Ben Simmons makes it look so easy. But really, what makes it easy is because they put in the fucking reps every
Yeah.
day,
You're
like
seeing
hours at a time.
basically you're seeing every time they play, you're seeing their album. You feel what I'm saying? You're not seeing them record it,
No,
go back, refine tune
all the
it.
missed shots, none of that.
You're not seeing that. You feel what I'm
Nope.
saying? You're seeing their in music terms, you're seeing their album every time you see them play. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. You know what I'm saying? But I think that if you can just kind of appreciate the work that somebody did to even be able to perform in front of you and be able to be vulnerable in front of you, because that's exactly what they're doing still. A lot of them are really good at their job. You know what I'm saying? Some people are not that great at their job. You know what I'm saying? But they put in that work still. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, Steph Curry, it's like that dude been shooting since he probably was born.
For real.
You know what I mean? And that's why he able to shoot that thing and look away, cheese to the camera. And that's why he able to do that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And certain artists are able to do that too. You know what I mean? Like I've talked about like when Drake first came out, you know, and obviously he's at the highest level, right? He is what everyone does that to. You feel what I'm saying? And when he first came out, he more attracted to women, you know, because he was more singing, and people and guys were like, oh, it's not what I'm used to listening to. They used to listen to like some, you know, more rap. And he just evolved and he was able to he said, I'm not going to just do one thing. I'm going to do both. He sings and he raps. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that he had to put that time in the same way everybody else had to put that time in to get better.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And look where he is now, you know, artist of the decade.
I mean, yeah, listen to like some of his early work, bro. His voice sounds completely different too.
Completely
You know what I'm
different.
saying?
You
The
feel what I'm
beats he
saying?
was choosing was completely different, bro. I mean, the level of confidence, he was always a confident dude, but now he's just like, he knows. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? When you hear his shit,
Exactly.
like I was talking to AB about this when he put out that one album that he had with the Tusi slide. I was like, bro, he did it again. You know, he owned it during COVID. Like, and it seems like such a simple song, but it's only sounds simple because he's put in all that work to be
Mhm.
able to make it look so easy. He doesn't, there's no wasted movements, there's no wasted bullshit on the song. Like he just makes a fucking hit song like it's nothing because
Exactly.
he's done it so many times. He's
Exactly.
put out other songs that weren't really hits either.
And
But like,
exactly the
you know
reason
what I'm
why.
saying?
Yep. And that's exactly the reason why I always tell you, I'm like, podcast all the time, put it out, put it out, put it out, put it out. Because not only are people witnessing your growth, but you're also can look back and witness your growth. You know what I mean? And that's what the whole reborn thing was too, was like, you know, I want to make sure that I look back at this and be like, yo, you took a huge leap from there to here. Now where's that next leap? You know what I'm saying? I want to look back and be like, oh shit, I took a leap. Oh shit, I'm about to take, you know what I mean? Like we got to make sure that we do that, because 10 years from now, it's going to be on a different level. You feel what I'm saying? But every single day, we got to work towards that. You know what I mean? So, and I think that we both know that. And I think that that's also the beauty of it. You know what I mean? Is that we get to constantly work and, you know, get better at this shit and just keep going and keep grinding. You
And
know what I
have fun
mean?
and have fun while we're
And
fucking
have
doing
fun.
it too.
We're investing in ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we're betting on us.
Yeah.
We're betting on ourselves. How many people
Absolutely.
can say that they want to do that? We're doing it.
Yes,
We're
sir.
betting on ourselves. You feel
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes, sir. And
Yeah.
you touched on it earlier, bro. It's just like I don't care how long it takes.
Yeah.
As long as you believe in it and you put in that work ethic, you put in that repetition, bro, and you do that all the time, bro. So I see it. I hear you talking. Trust me, man. It's motivating and inspiring, bro. And before we get up out of here, I just want to say thank you for sharing yourself again with us, bro. I think this was one
Oh
of
yeah.
our best recorded conversations. We have great conversations offline, but
Yeah.
this is one of the funner, more like natural conversations I felt like we've had in a long time, bro, that we recorded. So that's just progress in its own, bro. And
Exactly.
thank you so much for opening up and sharing with
Oh,
us, bro. Honestly.
oh yeah, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all
Sorry.
of your listeners. Reborn June 12th, man. Do not miss it. Also, man, make sure you follow me on Instagram at _N_Parker. Also on Twitter at _N_Parker. Make sure you continue to support CL. Make sure you continue to support me. And we love y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Always big love. Peace. All right, D.
Heavy.
Appreciate you, brother.
Hell yeah.